Perfect. So we're going to talk about flipping death now. You were already sitting over there and listened to Ryan. I think you fell asleep half.
Not at all. He's so funny, this guy. He's amazing.
Yeah, he really is.
You guys are friends, right?
We're really good friends, actually. We're from the same city, so we work together a lot, actually.
Yeah, it's always great to have him. And it's such a pleasure to have you here now.
Yeah.
And I got to say, I love this game.
Cool,
I really do. I really love the style, and I'm eager to learn more about it. So
It's unique.
maybe you can tell us a little bit about what is flipping death all about. Like, do you want to dive into the gameplay, or
I'll
what's
tell
best?
you a little bit quickly. I mean, we released Stick It to the Man a few years back on Wii U, and like Brian said, it's always really fun to release a game for the Nintendo fans because they're really open to innovative gameplay, and this game is kind of like a spiritual successor to Stick It to the Man. It's kind of like an adventure game. It's also a platformer, and it's really a crazy story about this girl who basically really early on actually dies in the game.
Yep.
Which sounds dark, but it's actually quite funny. She goes over to this world where all the dead people are and the ghosts are, and the whole world sort of flips around, and so the ghosts are on the what we call the other side, and the humans are in this little village called Flatwood Peaks. And she gets a job as a temp for Death.
Yeah.
So she has to help out Death. So yeah, it's started really crazy. And we're working together with this guy called Ryan North, who helps me write the story. I mean, this is a really personal game for me. That's very important for me. That Zoink is like really, my baby basically.
Yeah.
And I have this place to case these stories that I really like to do. And Ryan North is writing this together with me, and he's actually the writer for Adventure Time. So you can understand it's a very funny story.
Yeah, it really is.
And he also wrote the Stick It to the Man together with me.
Yeah.
So it's a lot about story, a lot about voice acting. It's really fun stuff. So yeah, I can dive into the game.
Yeah, let's dive in.
Let's see here.
The English one, yeah.
Yep, there you go. Cool. So yeah, it starts out with for this demo because we have it playable out here.
Yeah.
And so we made like a little short introduction to what's actually going on in this world. So yeah.
For people to understand the premise when they start playing.
Exactly. It's a big story.
And if I'm not mistaken, what we're going to see right now is already a little bit older. You're far ahead by now.
Oh, we're far ahead, yeah. We really wanted to update the demo. We didn't have time. We're so busy now. But yeah, because we're actually working on 2 games at the moment. And I'll tell you about the other game also a little bit later.
Yeah,
Pretty exciting game, actually.
Perfect. So don't get me wrong, it's still marvelous.
Cool,
but I'm looking forward to see the new demo.
Yeah. So this is Penny, actually. And as you can see, she's... actually, she's on what we call the other side right now, and she actually just died and found out that she has to take the job as the temp.
Yeah.
We work together with some amazing voice actors. Our previous game is... I'm kind of crazy. I can go sort of crazy with the voice acting. I actually, for our previous game, Zombie Vikings, we had 1 hour and 20 minutes of just cutscenes,
Wow.
So I usually make a movie and a game at the same time, But I just love this part of it,
Yeah.
So you have a really cool move in this game is that you can actually throw sights in any direction you want. So it sort of throws over here and attaches, and then you can sort of teleport to it. And that sounds kind of like, oh, well, what's cool about it is that you can sort of figure out that you can actually teleport to it before it lands. So it becomes sort of almost like a super double jump kind of thing. And when you get used to it, it's actually brilliantly fast to move around the environment.
Okay. Yeah, it flies at a very specific arc. No, you have a few different angles.
Yeah, so that helps you a little bit. So you got like 45-degree angles you can set up like that.
Ah, okay. So it's preset positions.
Excellent. Yeah, makes it a little bit simpler. So as you can see these silhouettes here, which are actually humans walking around the other side doing their thing.
On the side of the living.
Exactly. So you can sort of guess what the heck is this guy doing. You can probably see he's licking on something. So what you have to do is you have to collect these little ghost critters to basically sort of have power enough to open up their souls.
Oh, I see.
Okay, so it's like a currency in a way.
Kind of, yeah, and it becomes really cool because some of them are really expensive to open up, so you kind of want to, I gotta collect some more, and some use special ghost critters too, so you have to go out and find them, so it becomes sort of like a hunt for that too.
Yeah.
It's like searching for Pokemon souls, or something like that, So what you can do now, you actually haven't taken charge of him yet, but if I pull a control, I can sort of pull his arms around in any direction I want. And we're actually using ragdoll physics here to move him around, so that we're not really sure what's going to happen all the time as a developer, you know. So as you can see, everything.
So he thinks that the ice cream is moving him. Is basically.
I think it's possessed.
Yeah,
right?
it's really funny to listen to the voiceover. If you actually listen to him, right here, safe.
For the survival of mankind, I will have to kill you with my mouth.
Well, he's really. I mean, you can also go and actually mind read them and just listen to what they're thinking about. So you have sort of like a little dialogue between you and the character itself.
Awesomely sick.
I don't know if you can hear all this right now.
I think we do. It's just not really loud inside here, but everyone watching over there or in the stream
will hear it. Okay, cool. Anyway, so basically you pick up all these characters and find out like what does this one character do? What is he good at? You know, this guy has an ice cream. What can I use that for? And here's a jazz player. Let's see what he actually does. As you can see, I run out of ghost coins. So I gotta figure out how to get some more ghost coins.
So do these ghost critters, you said? Or
yeah.
Do these ghost critters like are they do they end or like do they regenerate so you can?
It depends on which one it is. You know, for the like lighter characters, they regenerate, but for some of the more complicated characters, you got to find out, and they don't actually regenerate. So
so you do need different ones.
That's why you don't actually see in this demo, but there's actually 3 different kinds of ghost coins you have to find. Yeah.
Okay.
So this character is really funny. He has let's see here. If I actually press this button, you kind of like play around with the different buttons, figure out what does he actually do. If I press this one, he just goes like this. It's like, that's kind of unnecessary, you know, what is he doing, you know?
Yeah.
But if I do that and actually pull up, then I can actually play music.
Oh, wow.
So.
Of course, he's putting his mouth in the shape
exactly.
play a trumpet.
So, and you can see the characters actually are, you know, reacting to this. So he loves that, you know.
It's so
so he likes the music, so he's following it.
Yeah, exactly. So now he likes it, he's following me, he's walking around like this. But these characters are not really that important, you know. The more fun one, let's see here. This one, I need one more ghost coin.
So do you have to figure out what you have to do by yourself, or do you have a main objective right now?
So right now the main objective that I actually, right now, I gotta run around a little bit and I'll get what I call a ghost mission. So here's where I meet actually a ghost.
Oh.
And this character, he has a problem with his boat. He never finished it in life, so he really wanted to get it painted. It was his secret mistress, which was also called Secret Mistress. So he needs to get the boat painted, you know. So that's one of like the missions that you get, and I'll try to see if I can finish this whole mission so you can see how I'll figure it out.
Nice,
you know? And like I said, I mean, you run around and you figure out all the different characters. What's kind of cool about the world itself is that we didn't try to build like different levels, like level by level. There's different sort of chapters in the story instead. So what we do is we have what we call Flatwood Peak story, and the city itself, and we open up more and more and more. So it kind of becomes, it's kind of cool because you start to learn what the different ghosts are and what the different characters are. Kind of like Simpsons, when you're like, oh, I know this character always does this, and this one always does that, you know. So after a while, you know, oh, well, the dentist who lives up there, he can always open up, you know, glass stuff, or he can always drill stuff. So I should probably use him for that.
Okay.
And so for each chapter, you kind of.
So each character basically has a specific. It's like an upgrade, not an upgrade, but it's like if you have an item in another game, basically instead here it's a character.
Exactly. Kind of, they have abilities that you can use, you know, and sometimes they're not so obvious, which I'll show you. Guys, I'm gonna persist the guy actually. We built in like a really story, like there's always sort of kind of story to an environment. These two are actually getting married.
So we're in a chapel right now.
Yeah,
we're in a chapel right now. This guy's getting married, and you can hear.
Marrying rich old women and then killing them.
No, I see.
Was a bloody excellent
idea.
Oh,
that's pretty grim.
So he's not a nice guy. And the lady we met in the beginning, actually, she gave us the mission that, you know, I think I got killed, you know, on my wedding night, and I'm pretty sure the guy's out there somewhere. You gotta make sure that he actually goes to prison for it, you know. So this is probably the guy, you know. Okay. So what I do if I start possessing him, I can run around with him like this. And of course, like he doesn't like that, you know. So one sort of controls his legs on this character. The other one controls, let's see what it controls. It actually controls his tongue.
Oh, give her a lick, yeah?
Yeah, she likes it, of course. You know?
Okay.
Well, I mean, she's marrying him.
She's getting married to him.
Yeah,
so
true.
she just thinks it's totally normal, you know. So if I run out, I can run out of the house like that. She'll actually follow me around. She thinks it's really nice, you know.
What did I do to deserve this?
Yeah. Okay, well, we got to figure out how we're going to get some paint for the boat.
Yeah, right.
That's one of the problems we have right now. So another cool thing about the world is that, of course, since it has sort of like, it's sort of built on 3D planes like that, to flip back and forth, is that each object can sort of have two meanings in a way.
On one side and on the other.
Yeah, exactly. So you see there's like a weird monster hanging up there? Like, and let's see if we can possess this.
You mean the blue one?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I'll show you. You'll see more. This is the, we call him Bjorn McEnroe from Bjorn Borg, you know, so you can actually, and some of the characters here are just used here for simple purposes here, but then later on they will actually have their own story that you get back to. So we sort of evolve each character over time.
So you sort of play the whole game in this city, or?
Yeah, you play everything in this place basically, but over time it sort of gets bigger and bigger. You get to different parts of it, depending on what kind of objects or characters you have. You can sort of go into different parts of it. I'm not going to spoil too much, but we also do some really cool stuff with actually jumping back in time and being in the same city.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's all about the story of these different characters, the individual stories of these different characters.
Oh yeah, definitely. At the same time, it's also about your story, about your character, and because you'll figure out that there's actually a big issue how you died, and it weren't supposed to die like that.
Yeah.
Obviously something wrong there, you know.
So they are all somehow connected.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Or most of them.
Yeah. So if
Cheer up. You can be better at tennis.
So she's actually trying to encourage him to be better at tennis, and that will be part of the story later on. But for now, I'm just going to use him to actually just hit this little like that. And you'll see that this paint bucket, which I want to use, is also a monster.
Okay.
So now I kind of released him, and another sort of crucial parts of the game is that they like these sort of
Flying skull.
yeah, flying skull. We call them skull bugs, and so
Or Chick called them.
Yeah.
Just now, yeah.
yeah. So what I can do is I can actually get them through the level by sort of hitting like this, and I sort of lure him forward.
Will he attack you if
He will actually. So you have to be really careful. So if I get in his ways, actually, we'll just see what happens. Yeah, so I lose ghost coins, so I'm going to be careful with that, especially if I have some really rare ones. Let's see here. Come on, guy.
So, are you able to die because you are dead, right? So
actually, you're not able to die. We don't die any place in the game, and it's also something I really wanted to the game, going back to like, that's where it sort of connects back a little bit to like point and click adventure games. You know, it's not about that. It's about figuring out. That's where it stops.
Yeah, that's what I said when I saw it for the first time. It kind of reminds me of Monkey Island.
Yeah, yeah, I love Monkey Island. It's one of my favorite games I played a lot when I was a kid. So here's this last one up here, and this is something you learn over time. Also, it's a bit is that these ghost arms can actually move objects from one side to the other side.
No.
So now I can actually interact with it, which I couldn't do before.
To the other side. Neat.
So, well, let's see here. I'll just walk out with this guy. You could also, let's see. Well, let's possess the old lady. Why not? Figure out what she can do.
Guess she can roll.
Yeah, she's actually pretty fast. That's funny if you.
No, George is just using me for my money, but my stars, I'm just using him for his sweet, sweet bar.
Yeah, I mean, she's just happy with it,
It's a classic love relationship.
Exactly. So I gotta find out a way how I can actually open that paint bucket, and if I move around the world a little bit, probably come up.
Oh, that's like.
Yeah, it's like an elevator
thing, right?
Yeah, it's one of the things we actually put in the new demo, that you actually have these really cool little elevators, but So here's the dentist actually. And,
Super Dentist approached the
yeah, I'll show you really quickly if we can actually possess him.
to stop me.
It's also really cool for when you walk behind the sort of curtain, and you can actually listen to them, like sort of eavesdrop on them, or see what they're actually doing before you possess them.
Okay.
So he's really bored with his work, and he's not having fun at all. So we're gonna take him out on an adventure and see what happens.
Nice.
So he's really happy with that. And so what you can do is you can
being possessed.
Yeah, so you can actually use the drill any place you want to. I can also chase the little girl. She doesn't like that, of course. Let's chase her a little bit more, just for fun.
Oh, doggy.
Oh, the dog is really fun. Oh, we're gonna have to possess him. I'm gonna show you this. It's really cool. We call him Meatball. And it was really funny because this is a really cool anecdote, actually, because the voice actors are really great. But sometimes when you set the script to them, it's like, you know, they don't really get the script directly. And we're told, like, well, we just wrote bark, 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 you know, and other animal noises, sort of like that. So, of course, when
Who's a good boy?
When you actually use him...
Bark, 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 yep, bow wow, bark, 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 bark. Bow wow, and so forth.
So did they misread it? Or?
They misread it, but I thought it was like, it's super funny. Let's keep it, man.
Perfect.
Bow wow, and so forth.
And so forth. Anyway, let's go back to the dentist. Okay, so...
Holy canines, I feel happy.
Let's see if we can get him away. Whee!
So, like, you can use the same character, like the drill, for example. Can you use it in more than one case? Or
So
there's multiple applications.
Yeah, we try to reuse the character, so we really want to build them up. And also a time change a little bit. So, for example, he maybe wants to be a superhero, but maybe further in the chapter he actually becomes a superhero. You know.
Okay.
We try to play with them like that. That they also evolve in the story itself.
All right.
Yeah. But yeah, the idea is that you.
Time for me to fight.
Oh, I see. We need the blue color.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
of
need to open up this
so
paint
it
bucket. Yeah.
makes a hole into the.
So yeah, so now we got some paint here.
By the way, that car that was like you know, the game is side-scrolling, but that car shows you that the game is actually completely in 3D.
Yeah, no, actually, I'm going to show you something really cool. Let's do that first. We actually have that you can actually use the cars. So,
you can.
Oh, hold on, wrong button there. Oh, what am I doing? That's it. There you go. So let's go.
Oh wow! So you can move through the city fast. Oh,
yeah,
that's beautiful.
Isn't it nice?
Yeah.
Yes, it is really beautiful actually. The that
sort of
depth of
3D
field
yeah,
kind of
yeah. So
effect
it's all actually. A lot of people think, oh, it's a 2D game, but it's actually fully built in 3D. Everything is built on these little like cardboard cutout pieces.
It's like planes. That
Yeah,
one behind the other, right?
kind of, yeah, like you put it on wood and just cut it out. And there's a lot of, like right now it's open, of course, but usually the cup car can only be used by the cup himself.
Yeah.
It's like a really cute donut-eating cup, of course.
Of course.
So of
like
course, to get the cup core, you need to possess him, and possess him, you might need to find some very rare ghost critters. You know, to open it up. So there's a whole sort of system.
And turn the car might be needed for another special purpose.
Yeah, exactly.
What are we going to do with him now?
Right, actually, I needed to. So now I got the paint out.
Yeah.
And I need to find a way to actually get the paint ore on the boat itself, because the boat isn't painted. And this is where the game goes really crazy. And it's one of the things we're doing a lot of like game testing to make sure people understands it. This might be a little bit long, but the way to actually get it over there is, of course, you know, we don't like this guy, so we're gonna do something really shitty to him. We actually are gonna lick on the paint with it.
All right.
Now I've got to rub this paint.
It seems to be a lot. Like so much paint right now.
No.
So let's put that on a boat. Can you imagine licking a boat? That would be kind of.
He's licking the boat blue, basically. Okay.
Exactly.
That's really weird, but funny.
There you go.
Paint the boat blue.
Okay.
That's what I liked about Monkey Island. Is like the humor is really in the crazy way you do it. It's. I mean, obviously it has. You have to figure out, but when you figure out, it's like, oh, that's really funny how they're doing it. You know?
Yeah.
And the voices are really nice. And they're full of characters.
Yeah, we spend a lot of
It's
time.
going to be translated as well, right?
Yeah, so it's translated in all. We don't actually. We don't all with subtitles though.
Yeah.
Because we do want to keep. I love to keep the original sort of. But yeah, it's subtitled in every possible language in the world. We can do it.
All right.
So this is also kind of cool. You helped him with the boat. You got the boat out, and of course, once the boat is in the water, I can actually, of course, you know, go in there and you know, use the boat.
And so you can get to another part of the
That brings me to a whole new part. That brings me a whole new. This is actually the part of the same chapter, but here it goes into like there's a whole new island, there's a whole new place over here that I can reach, and that sort of grows the city. You know.
All right. Wow. Thank you so much for now. We're going to talk about the other titles that you mentioned earlier.
Time for that,
But before that, we're going to take a look at Max again, because earlier we tried to show you guys out there what he's doing, or what he has been doing at the Gamescom camp yesterday night. Unfortunately, it didn't really work out, so we're going to try this again. So, Max, there you go.
Guys, we're at the Gamescom campground again, and right behind me is our bully, as we say in German, full of Nintendo Switch consoles. And I'm pretty sure that I might find someone there to play ARMS with me. So let's check it out. Okay, that was some great ARMS action right here at the Gamescom campground. If you want to see more ARMS action at the Gamescom Nintendo booth at our battle stage, you can do just that by looking at our stream at 5 p.m. CEST and watching our grand final of our ARMS tournament, which is taking place today.
That's exactly what's going to happen later on at 5 o'clock, 5 to 7. We're going to have a big ARMS tournament, but for now we are still joined by Klaus from Sonic, and he's going to talk about his other title.
The other title, yeah. I mean, it's been super amazing Gamescom for us, because the big thing, of course, for Zoink, for our company, is that we actually had 2 games here at the same time. And the big reveal is that we are doing another game with EA, EA Originals, called Faye. And it's an amazing project that we really wanted to do for many, many years, and we finally have like the power with EA to actually do it, you know. And what we revealed on Monday with the stream was, of course, that the game is also coming to Switch.
Yes, we're excited about that.
And it's personally been like actually something I really pushed for, because I love the Switch, and I'm just...
Thank you then.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, it's kind of weird. We're the second game from EA coming to Switch, so it's great. Now it's rolling, you know, it's coming, you know.
Fantastic.
It's us and FIFA, you know.
So do you want to tell us more about the game Faye, or should we just dive into the trailer?
Run the trailer first.
All right, let's do it. Here it is.
Yeah.
Through the high pines and the whispers of the forest, it was said when the dangers came, a new cry could be heard, the song of a cub. Born to sing in full voice, a song of all alike. A song to break the silence, to heal the forest of life, to take the shadows, to be cunning and sly, to stop the evil, the silent ones, and make the world a home again.
That's how the story goes. The story of the beast with those 4 dirty paws.
To fly and to fly. Do you hear her? Can you hear the forest speak?
Wow.
Wow.
That looks really impressive.
What a fantastic game. I actually have goosebumps right now. The music is so great. The world looks just beautiful. The voice acting was great right now.
Yeah.
I'm so amazed by it. So tell us a little bit more about it. Sorry, Philip.
No, I just want to say, like, we saw many different elements already of gameplay as well, no? There was like some part that was more like stealth.
Yeah.
Some part that was like action, and there's singing or this voice, this noise that
we call it a singing, although it's very simple.
The audio was low.
I'm so happy with it. It's so it looks amazing, and the thing is, it's kind of like it's kind of based. I mean, we're from Sweden, and a lot of us grew up in sort of rural areas, and when we were kids, we were playing around the forest, and we really wanted to try to create a game that sort of gave back to that kind of feeling of being in like an open environment where you're just free to do whatever you want to do, and it becomes really mystical. And as you walk in there, it's kind of like it's beautiful and amazing, but at the same time, it's also kind of scary. You don't know how far it can go, what could actually happen, what could you run into. So we tried to create this game where it is really about exploration and discovery, where it's really up to the player to actually go in there and figure out how does this work, what's actually going on. So you play this character called Faye. The character is actually called Faye also, which actually in Swedish means fairy.
Oh.
Yeah, and it also means critters. It's perfect, It's like it really fits perfectly together. So sort of trying to create that like dark fairy that we in the Nordics sort of like the protector of the forest. And so you play this character that wakes up and have no idea why it's there, what's going on, and it's really up to you to basically, as the player, is also on the same level, which is really good, to go in there. What is this place? What's going on? Why am I here? How is this connected? How can I interact with it? So we created this kind of like very simplistic and animalistic sort of voice instrument that it can talk with almost. So we can call it singing. So you can. Actually, we are playing right now with how we're going to implement this on the Switch in a really good way, and I think we're going to have some motion controls controlling it, or we're still playing around with. So I'm not sure what we're going to end up with, but it looks really good already, And so it's going to be interesting how you can actually go into all these animals, and any kind of animal you find there, you can sort of sing with and connect to, and sort of try to befriend basically, and harmonize with. And by doing that, they will help you to sort of open up more of the world. So it's sort of like an ecosystem that's living in this world. And as you go in there, you also meet some other characters that we call the silent ones, which you saw in there, which are like these kind of darker creatures that are sort of using the forest, that doesn't understand it, and they're not singing to the world, they're not talking to it, and you sort of become the protector against them, of course. Yeah. And it's we don't have any the whole world is really open, and so there's no like levels or anything like that. It's we open it more and more and more, so it becomes like a totally free open world after a while.
Wow.
And which is really cool, because after a while you feel like I become sort of like part of it, and I know how to go there, I know where to move things. It's like playing Zelda, but without the map, and you feel like you're. Of course,
you actually become the protector of the forest.
You become really part of it, and that's what I really like about the game. That it's very fluid, moves everywhere, low load times. It's just like really nice how you're really in it,
But it also sounds like a game that will take a long time to finish. So when will I be able to play it?
Actually, we're done with it early 2018. So we've been working on it for like. Honestly, we've been working on it for like 5 years.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. But we had a break. We couldn't really finish it, and we wanted to do it again, but we couldn't continue it. So, and then finally we got like, EA is like supporting us, helping us. Like, let's get a team on it. Let's get it done. So the last 1.5 years been really intense with it. So yeah, we're super proud of it. Yeah.
Nice.
And I think you have all good reasons to be proud of it. It looks. I mean, I'm sold already. Trailer and your description was really enough for me.
Thank you. Yeah.
It looks really magical.
Thanks. Yeah, we're so nice.
Yeah, same here. I can agree. Like I feel really hit by the story you just told.
Yeah.
Like it really.
Yeah.
I think it hit my nerves right now. Like I really want to play it right now. So, Klaus. Thank you so much for coming by to our Nintendo Red Cube. How do you like it, by the way?
I think it's great here. It's a really good place. Yeah, it's really cool to see all the people outside. It's just super nice. You feel like a rock star,
That's what we wanted to achieve.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Rockstar Klaus from Zong, thank you very much for joining us today. Same goes, of course, to Filippo. Thank you very much.
My pleasure, actually.
Yeah.
And I hope to see you